13, in verse 14 and 13 we read. What is that word? Revelation 14, 13.
Then I heard a voice from heaven say, "Right, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord."
Blessed are the dead who die in the
Lord. For now on, yes, say the Spirit, they will rest from their labor.
They will rest from their
labor.
So they are not allowed to go out. They are resting. God has given a resting place for them, and all the spirits of all these people, they are resting. They are not allowed to move out. Now what about these spirits? Can they recognize each other? Can the dead spirits, the spirits of people who have died, can they recognize each one another? തിരിച്ചറിയാൻ സാധിക്കും? സാധിക്കും. Why? Can you, what proof we have? Yes, the best example is that of the rich man and Lazarus. So when the rich man was in the place of torture, he looked up means the upper paradise there, and he saw Lazarus sitting in Abraham's bosom. So remember, when the saints are, say, glorified, when the spirits are resting there, they can recognize each other, but they are not free to move and wander on the earth, but they can easily recognize who is this and who is that. God does not allow them to interfere with the matters that are going on in the earth. Suppose God was allowing that, many problems would have taken place. So God is allowing those saints, the spirits of those saints, you keep quiet, you rest there, but they can recognize they will be resting there till God's appointed time. And till what time will they be resting there? Now the saints which are, suppose the New Testament saints, Old Testament saints, they are all resting in the heavenly paradise now. The Old Testament saints were resting in the lower paradise, but God has taken them to the heavenly paradise. And all the Old Testament saints and the New Testament saints, they are in the heavenly paradise now, and now they are resting there. And when the rapture comes, when the trumpet voice sounds, and when Christ is coming down to the earth, what will happen? The body is now on the earth. So the body has gone to the earth. So some people, they died quite a miserable death. Some people were caught and eaten, they were eaten by animals. Some were burnt alive. So their parts of their body, they are scattered at different parts. So what happens? At the time when the trumpet sound is heard, when Christ is coming with a loud voice, so when that loud voice comes, wherever these body particles are, they may be at different parts. Some may be in the deep in the ocean. Some may be scattered in the mountains. Some may be eaten by animals. The animals are dead. But all these molecules, all these atoms, God will collect all the body together, and the spirit will join with this body, and they will be resurrected, or they will be going together. You see, the spirit is resting there, but resurrection has not taken place. Resurrection will take place only at the time of Christ coming. Then the spirit and the body will unite together, and we will be receiving a glorified body, and we will be together going to receive Jesus in the clouds.
So, the glorified body, how is that compared to the people who the bosom right now?
You mean
it is similar, or പുതിയ ശരീരവും ഇപ്പം ഇരിക്കുന്നവർ ഉള്ള ശരീരം?
No, they don't have a body. There is only the spirit. Say, in the book of Ecclesiastes we read, the body will go to the earth. The body, dust you are, and unto dust you will go. The whole of the body is going to the earth. And only the spirit is now resting in the paradise. The spirit has no body. So only the spirit alone is there. Now, man has got three, parts, body, soul and spirit. And what happens to the body? At the time of death, body will get mixed with the dust.
My question is,
Yeah.
the rapture summit, we'll get a new glorified body.
Yeah.
ആ ബോഡിയും ഇപ്പം പരദീസയിൽ ജീവിക്കുന്ന
ഇപ്പം paradise body ഇല്ല.
ഇല്ല.
Now at the paradise only the spirit is resting there. Only that now God has breath into our nostril. God has given His spirit into us, and that spirit is taken away at the time of death.
So when are they going to get that?
That spirit
Even
at the time of rapture.
they all get to
Yeah, that spirit and the body is on the earth now, but that body is not going to be resurrected exactly at that body. God is going to give us a new body, a glorified, resurrected, spiritual body we are going to get, and that body will be joining with the spirit.
എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു യേശുവിന്റെ പുനരുദ്ധാന സമയത്ത് വിശുദ്ധന്മാര് ഉയർന്നിട്ടില്ല. അവർക്ക് നമ്മൾ ഗ്ലോറിഫൈഡ് വാക്ക് ഉപയോഗിച്ചായിരുന്നു.
Glorified body.
ഗ്ലോറിഫൈഡ്
Yeah. Right. Now,
കാരണം എലിയാവും മോശയും പ്രത്യക്ഷപ്പെട്ടപ്പോൾ അവർക്കൊരു മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ ഇവന്റെ
ഗ്ലോറിഫൈഡ് സോൾസ് ആയിരിക്കും. ഗ്ലോറിഫൈഡ് ബോഡി, മനുഷ്യ ബോഡി പിന്നെ വരത്തുള്ളൂ.
ബോഡി കർത്താവിന്റെ വരവികൾ മാത്രമേ ആ ബോഡി ഇതുമായിട്ട് ചേർത്തു.
അത് അബ്രഹാമിന്റെ അത് തന്നെ ഉള്ളൂ.
എല്ലാം അതേ ഉള്ളൂ. So because the body completely returns to the earth and no part of the body can go there. Now we say it is a resurrected, glorified body, those saints who were resurrected at the time of Christ. So probably that may be only the spirits, not the body. We cannot say it's a glorified body. So I mentioned as glorified body. So it is better to say that their spirits were taken up to heaven. Along with the spirits of the Old Testament saints, these spirits were taken up to heaven, the heavenly paradise. And at the time of rapture, this spirit will join with the body. And not the same body, we will be receiving a glorified body. That is what we read in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1. What is that verse? 2 Corinthians 5:1, a very familiar verse. കൂടാരമായ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഭൗമഭവനം അഴിഞ്ഞു പോയാൽ. What is that? കൂടാരമായ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഭൗമഭവനം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ താമസിക്കുന്ന വീടാണോ? No, it is the body. കൂടാരമായ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഭൗമഭവനം അഴിഞ്ഞു പോയാൽ കൈപ്പണിയല്ലാത്ത നിത്യഭവനമായി ദൈവത്തിന്റെ ദാനമായ ഒരു കെട്ടിടം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്വർഗത്തിൽ ഉണ്ട്. So what about that building that we are going to get? Is it the house that God is preparing for us? Or is it the body that we are going to get? When you compare that, the two things there in 2 Corinthians 5, is the body. The present body which we are now having is compared to a tent, and the body that which we are going to get is compared to a building or compared to a house. So കുടാരമാകുന്ന ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഈ ഭൗമഭവനം അഴിഞ്ഞു പോകും. എന്നാൽ കൈപ്പണി അല്ലാത്ത നിത്യഭവനമായ ദൈവത്തിന്റെ ദാനമായ ഒരു കെട്ടിടം, that is the new body that we are going to receive. Now that speaks about the body which we are going to get. And God is preparing us places in heaven. That is different, which we read about in John chapter 14, etc. That is different places God is preparing for us. But this body, this house speaks about the body that God is going to give us. So, at present, in the paradise, only the spirits are resting without any body. And the spirit will come and join with the body, but this body will be different one. Our mortal bodies will be, that is dissolved, and God will be giving us another body, which we can call as the glorified body. And this glorified body will join with the spirit, and we are going to receive Jesus Christ. And what are I will close, the time is running short, so I will close with some of the properties, peculiarities of this resurrected body. Now at least 7 peculiarities we can see concerning this resurrected body when you read 1 Corinthians 15:42-54. We will not read it now. I hope you remember those verses. ദ്രവത്വത്തിൽ വിതയ്ക്കപ്പെടുന്നു, അദ്രവത്വത്തിൽ ഉയർക്കുന്നു, മർത്യമായത് വിതയ്ക്കപ്പെടുന്നു, അമർത്യമായത് ഉയർക്കുന്നു. There are some 7 words are given there about our human body. Now if you read verses 42-54, the body that which we are going to get is an incorruptible body. Incorruptible. ദ്രവത്വമില്ല, അദ്രവത്വം. 1 Corinthians 15:42-54. The whole chapter speaks about resurrection. 42-54. Now what is the nature of the body which we get? It is, first one, Incorruptible. Incorruptible means that which cannot weaken. Incorruptible. Another word that is used is glorious. Glorious body. Then powerful. 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 What is the word given there in Malayalam? ബലഹീനതയിൽ വിതയ്ക്കപ്പെടുന്നു, ശക്തിയിൽ ഉയർക്കും. So our body that was dissolved as a weak body, but the body which we get is a powerful body. Then a spiritual body. ആത്മീകം. ഒന്നാമത്തേത് പ്രാകൃതം, രണ്ടാമത്തേത് ആത്മീകം. Spiritual body. Then the first body was from the earth, but the new body which we are going to get is a heavenly body. Then first one is mortal, and the second body which we are going to get is immortal. And the seventh word that is used there is, it is a victorious body, because it has taken victory over death. There is no more death. At least 7 words we can read there. The body which we are going to get is incorruptible, glorious, powerful, spiritual, heavenly, immortal, and victorious. Okay? Now, what about the nature of the resurrected body? The body which we are going to get, this body, what about can you give some peculiarities of the resurrected body? These are the comparison between the old body and the new body. Now, the resurrected body can easily move and appear. Jesus Christ, even though the door was closed, he came in and he appeared to his disciples. So, this glorified body, the resurrected body, can move easily. What about the body will have bones and flesh? The resurrected body will have bones and flesh. Glorified body means, will there be bones and flesh? Luke 24:39. Luke 24:39. So, what about the resurrected body? It will have bones and flesh. ഭൂതത്തിന് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരാത്മാവിന് ഈ ബോൺസും ഫ്ലഷും ഒന്നും ഇല്ലല്ലോ. But you feel and touch me. I have bones and flesh. So resurrected body will have bones and flesh, but we do not know what is the nature of that. Okay? It will be a spiritual body, but it can be touched. So we can recognize each other. Will there be any fleshly thinking? Any carnal thinking in the body? This body is the glorified body. There will be some carnal or fleshly desire or fleshly thinking? No, there will not be any. That is also we read in Luke chapter 20, 35 and 36. Luke chapter 20. I'm going to close in 1 or 2 minutes, okay? Luke chapter 20, 35, 36. Children of resurrection, they are like angels, they do not marry, things like that. So such desires or such happenings, they are not going to take place. So will they be eating or drinking? No. There will not be any hunger or thirst anyhow, but they can eat. Yeah. Devarshathinte phalam tirman kodukkum. Yeah, what is it? What do you mean by that? Yes, we can eat. The glorified body, people can eat, but it is not to quench our thirst or hunger. So in the same book of Revelation we read, there will no more thirst or there will not be any hunger. So we will not have any thirst or hunger, but we can eat or drink if we want. Jesus Christ himself, after he got resurrected, he went to the Sea of Tiberias and he was asking his disciple, can you give something to eat? Okay, they didn't give anything, but Jesus prepared food for them and they ate. And they were eating together. And also at the disciples who were going to Emmaus. So Jesus walked with them after he was resurrected. And when they reached the house of those disciples, when they were going to enter to their house, Jesus said, okay, bye.